Okay, I am back and I'm here to make this announcement. I don't know, it's not an announcement. What the hell? What is going on? My computer is tweaking out, bro. Stop this. I don't want to go into Discord. Um, as you can see, there's changes to my appearance now. This is the change. And the reason for this change is because yesterday I went to an anime no yesterday yes yesterday I went to an anime convention, and I went as Nishinoya from Haikyuu. And you guys know Nishinoya, he has this stripe in his hair. I'm gonna find a quick picture of him. And I was actually gonna be Homura from Madoka Magica, but my Homura cosplay was too big and my wig didn't arrive on time. So instead of that, going as Homura, I instead improvised, bought a box of bleach, and I bleached my hair like one night before I needed to go to the convention. And yes, also I'm really sorry because oh my god, I haven't made the let's play video of me playing Nidishroom Overload because I got so angry the last time I tried to do it because I filmed like 2 hours of footage, and when I went to edit it, because I had needed some places to edit, right? I watched like 10 minutes of the footage and there was no audio on it. It had completely deleted all my audio files and I got so angry and I just couldn't. I gave up on doing that, but I will do it sometime soon again. Okay, I promise I will do it again. Anyway, this is the guy I was cosplaying, Nishinoya from Haikyuu. He's my favorite Haikyuu character. Can you see? Wait. Oh. Can you see? This guy. Nishinoya from Haikyuu. Can you see the resemblance? But yes, I went to the anime convention and I don't know if you guys know this, but my favorite, all-time favorite anime character ever is Kento Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, I have this figurine of him. I have obviously this book, and I also one time, I don't know if I can find it. I can't find it. I just saw it. I one time went to a vending machine just because I saw they were selling like this juice with Nanami on it, and I kept the bottle. Look at him. Wow. And then because of this, I went there, right? I saw a Nanami cosplayer, and I actually saw two Nanami cosplayers, and one of them was extremely accurate, and I was like, oh my god. And I went to the convention with my dad, and my dad kept like trying to push me over to take a photo, and I didn't, and I just left, and I left because it was so embarrassing for me. But I bought new stuff over there. I bought this bag, and I bought this bag specifically because I have been wanting an Ida bag before, because I've been really into trying to do oshikatsu, right? And I looked at this bag and I thought, this reminds me so much of Nanami because it's yellow and it has this like his belts, because he wears a lot of belts, and like the pattern is like his tie. Look. His tie is yellow with like black spots, like leopard print, and it just reminded me so much of him, so I had to buy it, and I will be decorating this part with it, and I will be having a Nanami Ida bag. Other than that, I actually also bought Nanami Labubu. Yes, I know. Look at him, he's so adorable. I usually don't condone buying Labubus because I think they're very ugly and I'm kind of scared of them, but this is a Nanami Labubu, so it's automatically very cute, so I'm very happy with this. Also, I have these glasses, I just remembered. I feel extremely tough with these glasses on. This is so freaking tough with my Nanami Labubu. We're the faces of consumerism. I'm also sick right now. I went to the convention while I was sick. My throat and my nose were just like going everywhere, and it was extremely boo thumbs down experience. Well, not really. Actually, I'm gonna tell you more about the convention, okay? While I was there, first I came there at 10:30. I arrived because the place the convention was taking place was 3 hours away from where I live. 3 hours. So my dad and I, we had to drive before, because I also needed to get ready and all of this. So I went to the convention, and first of all, I actually just walked around a little bit, and there wasn't really anything. Nobody really talked to me, which I didn't mind, but I didn't have a lot of things to do because I was broke. I had zero money. I had -6 euros in my account balance, okay? I was extremely broke, so I couldn't even buy all the things I saw. But my dad was so generous to give me, I think, probably like 60 euros or something. And I used like, I think probably like 30 euros on this one. He gave me 66 euros, 67. 67! Oh my god. Yes, but he gave me, he actually gave me 66 euros and 88 cents. And I used 37.5 euros on the Nanami Labubu. So I didn't have a lot of money. But because me and my dad, we had to rent this hotel to like sleep, because we weren't going to drive 3 hours back to my home. So we slept there, and then after that we checked into the hotel and we were there, and I slept afternoon nap, and it was amazing. And then we left again to go to the convention. The first part, before we went to checked into the hotel, I was wearing my Haikyuu jersey, and I had not seen any Haikyuu cosplayers at all. There was also like 2 pieces of Haikyuu merch, and they were just like card packs where you could buy like collecting cards from the Haikyuu characters, and it was there was not many Haikyuu. There were a lot of people who came as characters from Kuroko no Basket, which for me is insane, because why are there a lot of people who are dressing up as characters from Kuroko no Basket, but 0 who are dressing up like characters from Haikyuu? This was insane to me, really, it was. But then, when we left, and then I actually saw this girl, I saw her, she was wearing a Haikyuu jersey with normal pants. She wasn't cosplaying at all, but she was wearing a Haikyuu jersey, and I locked eyes with her, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I did... I like smiled, very awkward. And she smiled back, and I was very happy at that only. And then when me and my dad were leaving to go to the hotel, a girl came up to me and she gave me this Hatsune Miku acrylic little charm. It was very small, like this big, just Hatsune Miku, and I was so extraordinarily happy. I did not know what it meant, because this is my first convention ever, so I just took it, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. And it was amazing. I was so thankful for this Hatsune Miku. But then when we came back, the moment I entered the like vicinity of where it was, a girl walked by me, and she looked at me, and she locked eyes, and she told me, "Cute Haikyuu," and she made like a little finger heart to me, and I was like, oh my god. I was so incredibly happy. And then when I went more, like when I was about to enter like the place, there were 2 guys. I have never seen them before in my entire life, and they stopped and they asked me. And this one guy, he was dressed up as a character from Kuroko no Basket, but he did not have the hair color or anything. He just had his normal jersey that was just red, and then he just said, "I'm someone from Kuroko no Basket." And I was like, okay, I can't blame you, dude. I don't have a pretty extravagant cosplay on either. And he told me like, "Oh, are you from Haikyuu?" And I said, "Yes, I'm from Haikyuu. I'm Nishinoya, right?" And he stood there and he talked to me this entire time. He talked to me and he was like, "Oh yes, like can you guess where I'm from? Like, I'm from Kuroko no Basket. Have you heard of it?" I was like, "Yes, I know about Kuroko no Basket." And he says, "Can you guess who I am?" And I said, "I haven't watched Kuroko no Basket. I just know of it." And he said, oh, "Okay, of course." And then he told me, "Okay, imagine he's like an evil version of said director from Karasuno, actually he was talking about Kageyama, but he forgot his name. And then his friend beside him, I assume he's his friend, he was dressed up as Higuruma from JJK. And Higuruma is my number 2 favorite character from JJK. And he like looked at me and we talked for a little bit, and then I told him like, are you Higuruma from JJK? And he told me yes, and he dapped me up, and I couldn't dap him up because I didn't have any pockets in my cosplay at all. So everything I was carrying it in my hands, and I was about to dap him up, but I couldn't dap him up because my Nanami Labubu was hanging on my finger, so I couldn't dap him up. But I did this, and then we talked about it. His favorite character was Higuruma, but his next favorite character was also Nanami. And we started talking about how Nanami and Higuruma probably would have been great friends, and they were kind of one-to-one in like terms of like everything. And I said yes, and I said, but there's still a different stuff. And then I left, and then I left again. And then after like a little bit, me and my dad, we went to this cosplay show. They were like, people came cosplaying things, and then they started performing, and then all of this. It was very tough. A girl who was cosplaying Pinkie Pie, who made this entire show, and she sang and everything. It was incredibly good. She won the prizes. And then when I left out, I was walking around just wondering if I was gonna buy something. And while I was looking at these Haikyuu card packs, a guy dressed up as Toji. He was not very old. He was my age. He came dressed up to Toji. He walked up to me and said, "Are you Nishinoya?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I was like, oh my god. So then he asked my dad to take a picture of us. So I took a picture with him. He was standing here, and I did like this, and I probably looks extremely awkward on the picture, but I was just wow, like somebody wanted to take a picture with me. It was insane for me, but I took a picture with him, and I forgot to take a picture with my phone, but it was terrible, because I didn't get also a picture. And then when I was walking out, we were about to walk around. Me and my dad were just walking around. This guy comes up to me. I was like standing talking to my dad, and I like look at him for like a split second, and he looks at me, and then he walks over to me, and he says, "Can I take a picture of you? Not with you, of you." And I had this idea. Oh, he was gonna take a picture with me, right? We were gonna take a picture together. No, he takes out his own phone and he takes a picture of me. I just stood there. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do, but he took a picture of me. It was very interesting, yes. Very interesting convention. I actually enjoyed it, even though I didn't really do anything, because I didn't really have any friends other than my dad, so I just talked to him this entire time. But I'm looking forward to going to Comic-Con too, because there's Comic-Con in the place where I live, not the place where I live, a little bit farther away from where I live, Comic-Con, and I'm going to Comic-Con too. And I'm also probably going to go to the same type of con I was yesterday, just in a year, because it comes every year. So I'm very excited, and hopefully my cosplays will level up during Comic-Con in a year. We will see. But yes, I'm really sorry about the lack of Let's Play. I will probably make one at some point, maybe, because I'm still incredibly angry about the fact that they deleted my audio files. But I will try my best. So yes, that was it for this video. Bye bye. See you guys later. Where the hell is this button?